Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Addie and this is not what I wear for the rest of this intro. The very beginning of my intro for this reading vlog got deleted, so I just wanted to say hi and welcome you guys to the reading vlog and say that this is going to be a very chill vlog full of just like mood reading. We're going to read 3 books. I am going to do some crocheting, very gloomy day vibes. I just got back from my vacation. As much as I love going on vacation, there's nothing I love more than being in my room. And I'm such a homebody, and I feel so comfortable talking to you guys like here in my chair and in the comfort of my room. So as much as I love doing the vacation vlogs, I feel like my personality comes out a little bit more when I'm just like comfortably at home. Anyway, I just wanted to say thank you guys for clicking on the video and I hope you guys enjoy. I wanted to give you guys a little bit of the TBR for this week's vlog. I want to read 3 books as per usual, and the first book on the TBR is I Want to Read A Treacherous Curse, which is the 3rd book in the Veronica Speedwell series. If you have been seeing my reading vlogs, you know how I feel about this series. I really liked A Curious Beginning, but then I loved A Perilous Undertaking, so I've been really dying to just hop right into this and continue the series. I think it's one of those, like, the more I read about Veronica and Stoker, the more and more I fall in love with them, and like I just love their antics and their shenanigans and like just like solving mysteries, and like I think this is such a fun series, and there's like 9 of them, so I have a lot of them to tide me over, and I really like how each one of these books is its own mystery. Like, it gets wrapped up really nicely at the end. Not saying that you can't can read them out of order, because I don't think like you can't do that, but I feel like some stuff like definitely ties in, but I feel like it's kind of its own story each time, which I really enjoy. I'm very excited to get to this. And then the next book that I'm reading is The Dead Romantics by Ashley Poston. I've been dying to get to this, and technically it's May 30th, but I'm starting the June TBR because I'm out of books for the May, and that's kind of crazy to me. But I'm just gonna get a head start. So I'm gonna start The Dead Romantics, and I've been dying to get to this because I really like the 7-Year Slip, and I love kind of like the little paranormal aspect to her books, and I just love her writing style. And the reason I'm reading this is because I really want to read it before a novel love story comes out, and I'm very excited for that. I bought this as a fall book, but then I heard it gives spring vibes, so we're gonna go with it. And I think it's a love story between Florence and I think it's a ghost. I feel like that's an obstacle, that it's not like a little miscommunication trope like that would make finding love really hard if the person you were into was a ghost. I cannot fathom how this has a happy ending, but it's in the romance section, so it must. We'll see. And then the last book on the TBR, I'm gonna get to Belladonna this week. This has been on multiple TBRs, and I just need to read it because I'm obsessed with the sprayed edges, and I think this will be, I'm kind of in a fantasy mood right now, and I love, like, it's gothic fantasy. I just want to get into it. This is what I'm going to be reading this week. She's orphaned, but her mother's restless spirit appears, claiming that she was poisoned, and Signa realizes that the family she depends on could be in grave danger, and enlists the help of a surly stable boy to hunt down the killer. I think it's kind of like a gothic mystery plus fantasy, which is super interesting, and I really like this genre. I don't know why, like, it's kind of giving me I really loved These Hollow Vows, I think. Oh no, that's not what it's called. Hollow House, I don't know. It's the same book author that wrote Crystal Sutherland. I'm about to say that I love this book and I can't even remember what, I think it's called Hollow House. I'm gonna look this up, this isn't bothering me. House of Hollow. I love House of Hollow. I knew it was something with house and something with hollow. Kind of was right. I don't know why this kind of gives me those same kind of dark vibes, and I'm really hoping it gives that because I really love House of Hollow. So I don't know why in my head I've associated these 2 books together. There's no reason to. I've never heard anyone compare them. In my head they're comparable, so it's probably setting myself up for failure, but I'm excited nonetheless to start this book. So these are the books I'm gonna read this week. They're all relatively short, so it shouldn't be too hard. That's kind of what the vlog is looking like this week. I'm gonna read a little bit. Okay, also I'm like pissed too, because like when I was on vacation, I felt like I always fall in love with outdoor reading. I love to read outdoors. I don't know if you can hear it, you probably can't, but I live in Chicago area, and the cicadas are horrendous. actual, they're everywhere. They're flying about, and they're so loud. I cannot stand bugs. I hate bugs. I don't do bugs. So I'm not going outside. I literally spend this summer, like since I've been home, I run to my car in the garage. I don't open the garage door until I'm in my car. Then I like speed out as fast as I can. And I'm like, this is the summer of me being pale and pasty because I'm not leaving this house until those cicadas are gone. But they're so loud and I can't read outside. So it's gonna be a very indoor type of summer reading vlogs. And that's just my little rant about cicadas. It's like, if for those of you who don't know, like it's like a 17-year hatch plus like a 200-year hatch plus the normal hatch happening all at the same time. They're literally everywhere and it's driving me nuts. Anyway, long story short, we're gonna be inside this summer. That's what we got planned, and I will update you guys when I get a little bit further in each of the books. Hi guys. Okay, so it's a few days later now and I want to give you guys some updates. I honestly haven't read a ton. It's like next week now, but like it's been the weekend. I haven't done a ton of reading just because I feel with like coming home and the jet lag, I have not felt like reading at all, and I felt super slumpy and I could feel a slump coming on. But this is it's the exact same time as last summer when I fell into like my huge like 2-month-long slump. I'm like, not again. This is not happening again this summer. Instead of trying to push through it like I did last summer, it just made it worse. I took a few days off. I didn't really read anything, and I think that was definitely the right move because I felt very rejuvenated and wanting to read again. So very pleased to announce that. So we're back on track. Just a little blip. So I have made some progress. I want to start with Belladonna. I am about 160 pages into this. This is probably my favorite book I'm reading so far. I'm really enjoying this book. Very much so. It's so good. And honestly the first 50 pages, it might have been because I was feeling slumpy, but like I was not really vibing with it. I think I wasn't really vibing with any of these books for the first 50 pages because I was feeling that slump, but now that like I'm further into it, I'm really enjoying it. It's basically this girl Signa, like she feels like she's kind of cursed because like she's orphaned and she keeps having to like become a ward to like these obscure family members, but every time she moves in, those family members end up like dying. And in this, like death is like a character itself, which I think is really interesting, and like something about her is like special where death can just not claim her. Like she can eat like belladonna and she can talk and see death when she does this, but she doesn't die. It's very interesting. I'm very curious to see as to why, and like she's starting to like learn like the extent of her powers as well. It's kind of funny too because like her and Death have the funniest dynamic I've ever seen. Like she just despises him, which like if it's Death, I understand it, but like man is so unbothered. Like he's just like, what? Like I don't know what you want me to tell you. And like low-key though, like why do I ship her and like literal Death? Like I know it's not who I'm supposed to be shipping, but like their chemistry, Miss Adeline Grace wrote it a little too well. I can feel the tension, and I don't think I'm supposed to be, but why am I kind of shipping her with Death? Anyway, but right now she just got accepted as a ward to like her like cousin. Her cousin had just died and her daughter's really sick, and the only one alive is her husband, and he doesn't really want her, but he's like, this is what my wife would have wanted. But she's starting to feel like there might be some like foul play because she can talk to spirits. So she's learning all that. That's kind of where we're at right now. I'm really liking the mystery element of this book, so really enjoying this so far. I'm excited to keep reading this. Next book I'm reading is The Dead Romantics. I'll say this right off the bat, I liked The 7-Year Slip so much more. I'm already liking it so much more, and it's not that I don't like this book, I just don't think it's going to be a favorite of mine. Like I'm having fun when I'm reading it, but I'm not thinking about it outside of it. And also I think it's funny that I'm reading 2 books where they can talk to dead people. I didn't plan that. I didn't plan that at all, but I noticed that and I was like, what a fun little coincidence. But yeah, it's a short read. I just don't think it's gonna stand out that much to me. 100 pages in, and it's a 300-page book, and we really have very minimal contact with the main guy. We know nothing about him. He's just starting to kind of get introduced into her life, and I'm like, this is gonna be really rushed at the end. I can feel it. I feel like their timeline's about to be really rushed. So overall though, I'm still having fun while I'm reading it though. Her and her father can see dead people, and like they work in a funeral home, and I think that's really interesting. and no one else in their family has this. And I really like how Ashley Poston like writes romances with a little bit of like supernatural elements in it, and I think because that always adds like a little I just love having a little something else to focus on. One thing about her though, as much as I've complained about a few things in this book, I love her writing style. I am always entranced in reading her writing style. It's so lyrical and like beautiful, and like I feel like the way she writes romances is very like atmospheric, and I love atmospheric writing. So I am enjoying this despite like it not being my favorite story in the world. Like the writing is kind of saving it for me. So I guess we'll see how, I'm only 100 pages in, so maybe once we get a little bit deeper into the romance, I'll start to like it a little more. And then A Treacherous Curse. I don't know how to feel about this. I think I love Veronica and Stoker, and I love the Veronica Speedwell series. Well, I have been loving it so far, and I really like A Perilous Undertaking. I just think I'm not enjoying this as much because I don't like the mystery itself that they're trying to solve in this one as much. Like the other one was kind of like a murder, and this one is like, I don't know. This one doesn't really intrigue me as much as the other ones do. So as the other two mysteries have, but I'm still enjoying reading about like Veronica and Stoker and like their little adventures. I feel like this is one of those books where like the mystery is a bit of a miss for me, but I'm gonna keep reading because I like the writing, and I like Veronica and Stoker and their little shenanigans. It's so much fun. But yeah, so far this is probably not going to be one of my favorites in the series, but I'm still really enjoying the series. So that's what we got for these. Looking at the rest of the week, I want to finish these books. Okay, I want to show you guys, I might do this like today or tomorrow. One of my favorite crochet YouTubers is Mahoom, and she just came out with these little like bookmarks, like these little flower bookmarks, and I feel like this would be really cute for spring, and they honestly look really easy to make. So I might make a few of those this week. Also, I need to go to Barnes tomorrow just because I need both of my book club books. That's what I'm gonna get tomorrow. I'm gonna get Leather and Lark, Straight into the Dreamer, and Warbreaker if they have it. If not, I guess I'll just read it on my Kindle. So, and won't own it physically, which bugs me, but I'll do it. Gonna go to Barnes. That's kind of looking what the week is. Very springy, fun vibes, and yeah, I'll give you guys an update when I have one. Hey guys, I don't know if you can tell, but well, you definitely can tell. It is super dark and super gloomy in my room, and it is like a perfect summer storm is like concocting outside, and I just wanted to let you know because I'm going to have a very long reading sesh for Belladonna tonight because I'm a little under halfway through. However, this book gives the dark, spooky, gloomy, cozy vibes, and I am very much enjoying this book, so I'm super excited for just a super long reading sesh. And the weather is totally on my side right now, creating the perfect ambiance for that. It was raining like a lot harder earlier, but I think it's gonna get super rainy again, and then it's supposed to like really storm starting tonight. So I wanted to let you guys know that I'm gonna make big progress in this tonight, and we will talk about it tomorrow. And I don't have that many reading updates for you, so I think tomorrow I'm gonna have kind of a long chat with you guys about where I'm at. yeah guys, it is the next day now and I am very, very happy to announce that I have finished Belladonna. Let me tell you guys, I was enjoying this book, but like the last like 200 pages like really hooked me. They really got me. Like I probably read for like 4 hours last night, like straight, like just wanting to finish this book. And it wasn't just 'cause like, oh, like I felt obligated or like I had nothing else to do. Like I wanted to finish. I was hooked. I immediately, right now, the next book in this it's only out in hardback, and I'm very particular about the way my books look on my shelf, so I already pre-ordered Foxglove. I ordered the paperback for that. Foxglove comes out like July 23rd in paperback, so I think I'm gonna wait to read it because like as much as I want to dive right into it right now, I feel like I have so many other books to read that like I could occupy myself until then. But if I really have the inkling, it's on Kindle Unlimited, so I can read it then and wait until the physical copy gets shipped. But for now, I'm gonna wait. However, let's talk about this. I loved this book, guys. It wasn't completely a 5-star. I didn't completely get that feeling, but it was a 4. It was close. This book was great. I highly recommend it. At the end, I wasn't really expecting this book to have like kind of like a gasp-worthy like plot twist, but like twice, actually no, 3 times at the end of this book, I was like flabbergasted, genuinely like gagged. And it kind of takes a lot for a book to do that, and I was not expecting that out of this book, but it was so good. I ended up loving her dynamic with like Death and pretty much everyone in the family, like Thorn Grove, which is where she is now, and like everything with like solving the murder, it just like all added up beautifully. I loved the paranormal aspect, that she could talk to ghosts, and I thought it was done, or talk to spirits. It was done very, very well. I think Death was written really well as a character, and like Death is kind of very fixated on her, and throughout the entire book you're kind of like, why? But like, why is she different? Like, what makes her different? And like when you find out, it's like, oh my god, this is crazy. Just like also like kind of like the whodunit kind of thing was crazy. Also, it ended on like a major cliffhanger, so that kind of made me excited for the next one. And I really want to get into it, but I'm gonna be patient because I have so many books to read. I honestly like I don't know why, like I've heard not so great things about this. I thought it was so good. It also did give House of Hollow vibes, I will say. I was kind of on the money with that, low-key. Like I kind of ate with that prediction because it wasn't as dark as House of Hollow for sure, but it was definitely those like spooky paranormal vibes. Also, I think the reason, now I'm thinking about it, why I thought it would be like House of Hollow, the covers are so similar. Like it's kind of like the half face with like the vines. Yeah. Anyway, I really, really, really like this book. I should definitely go give it a chance. Great book. Definitely recommend. But I'm still reading Treacherous Curse and The Dead Romantics. I think I can finish The Treacherous Curse today. I might try and finish both today, but that is wishful thinking. So, but definitely The Treacherous Curse, or just one of them. I'm gonna finish one of them today. I don't really know which one. Whatever I'm in the mood for tonight, I guess. This afternoon, I'm going to do some crochet. I'm gonna make some crochet bookmarks like I was showing you, and I'm gonna make one. Tomorrow is one of my best friend's birthday, so I'm gonna make one for her. I kind of want one, and I'm gonna make one for my mom. So we're gonna make 3 of those bookmarks. Yeah, we're gonna have a cozy chill afternoon, and then I think I'm gonna try and finish the books tonight. Then tomorrow I will close out the reading vlog and give you guys my final thoughts on everything. Officially finished all 3 books for the week, and I made a little bookmark. This is what I was crocheting yesterday. It was actually kind of like more time consuming than I thought it was going to be, so I only made one for one of my friend's birthdays, so but I think I'm gonna make another one for my mom and myself because it's just so cute. Just a little bookmark and then it hangs over the edge. Like, how adorable is that? I love that. Okay, I hope she likes it because I really like it. So we talked a bit about Belladonna. My thoughts have not changed. Still 4-star. I still thought it was spectacular. I'm very excited to read Foxglove. And then I finished The Dead Romantics last night, and this book wasn't as good as The 7-Year Slip, but I did still very much enjoy it. I had a very nice time reading this. It was just a fun time. I think if it were the romance for me, I would not have liked this book. It was just like purely the romance. I didn't really like the romance. I wasn't really buying it just because like it was around the span of like a week that they knew each other, and at the end, and I feel like they didn't interact like all that much, but then at the end they're like, oh my god, I'm in love with you, like I love you, and it's like, do you? Like, you guys don't know each other, like you've known each other for like a week. The ending was good though. Like I found myself like caring a lot more about it, the romance, than I thought I did. Things that I did like about this book: I love her writing style. It's so lyrical and just so pretty. I loved like the little undercurrent of like paranormal in there, which was really cool. However, all in all, I really like this book. I think I'm gonna give it a 3 stars because I totally would recommend it. I just think that for a romance book, I felt like I needed a little bit more romance, and I wasn't really buying the romance. And if I did like the romance, it would have been 4-star, but just because like if you don't love the romance in a romance book, like it makes it hard to like give it a phenomenal rating. But 3 stars is still a good rating. I enjoyed this book and I'm still very excited for a novel love story, and 7-Year Slip is still one of my faves. I love that book. And I also finished A Treacherous Curse by Deanna Raybourn last night, and I also really enjoyed this book. I did not like it as much as A Perilous Undertaking, however. I also don't think I liked it as much as A Curious Beginning. This might be my least favorite of the ones I've read so far, but the next book is A Dangerous Collaboration. I have heard phenomenal things about that one, so I'm very excited to get to that. I think what I just didn't like about this book, I just think that the mystery wasn't as enthralling and captivating to me as the other Veronica Speedwell books I've read so far, but that's not to say it wasn't still a fun time, and the ending still had me gasped and shocked as always. It's so much fun. What I love about these books is how like it's like a pure mystery, and it always comes together just so flawlessly at the end. So that was no different in this one. I think it was a little bit slower for me than the other ones, but that's okay. I still really enjoyed Veronica and Stoker. They're quickly becoming some of my favorite characters of all time, and it's so much fun to just read about all their adventures, and it's just such a fun time, and I can't wait to keep going with the series. I still have like 6 more to go, so got a lot more to keep me occupied with these characters. Also, if anyone knows, I know that A Grave Robbery just came out, and I can't find if like that's the last, if the series is like completed or not. I'm not sure if that was the last installment, but if anyone knows, please let me know because I'm very curious. And my final reading, I ended up reading this, was 3 stars because I would totally recommend it. I rated A Perilous Undertaking 4 stars, and I liked this significantly less than that one, so I'm gonna go with 3 stars for this one. So these are all the books that I read in this week's vlog. We got some crocheting, we had some chill mood reading, and it was honestly such a fun time. I really enjoyed just being back. Vacation's fun, but I'm excited. It was really fun this week to be back just in my room and just chatting with you guys. Next week I start my summer school class, so I'm a little bit nervous, but it's only 1 day a week, so still lots of reading to be had. And also next week is kind of like a themed vlog, like kind of like a reading random chooses my reads vlog, so it's a little something different for me, and I'm really excited about it, so I hope you guys enjoyed that. And I think this is where I'm going to end this week's reading vlog. I really hope you guys enjoyed, and if you guys like my videos, please comment, like, and subscribe. I post every Sunday and most Wednesdays if you are interested. I hope you guys enjoyed this week's video, and thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you guys have a fabulous week, and I will see you guys soon. Bye!